Hello everyone, welcome to the video. Today, Naughty Dog and The Verge put out an article talking about the many accessibility resources that are available in The Last of Us Part 2. Starting off, Naughty Dog tells us why they wanted to add accessibility resources, stating that one player in particular made them realize the problems and came up with a very simple plan. Amelia Shaz says that Naughty Dog received a letter from a player playing Uncharted 2, but they could not finish the game because of the quick button time event going on in the game. They were unable to play all the way to that point, and then they were blocked from finishing the game. Chat says that while accessibility options are varied, they all point towards the same goal of keeping players from hitting those sticking points. It is not about dumbing down the game or making it easy. What do our players need in order to play the game in parity with anyone else? There were around 60 accessibility resources within The Last of Us Part 2, ranging from very simple like increased UI, colorblind subtitles, while others are more involved, like text-to-speech, audio and visual cues, high contrast mode, zoom-in functions, and many more yet to be seen. Game designer Matthew Gallant states that we absolutely had to plan the features early in production. It was absolutely critical. This is because the options require large technical resources to get right. This is a priority. In early testing, they spoke with early developers, testers, and tested many different options for players who gave feedback. Initially, Naughty Dog had modes that covered specific areas like impaired hearing and issues around motor control. You would turn on a switch in a game, and those features would become available. Early on, they were told, "This is not what we want" from their players. We want to be able to dig into the menus, fine-tune things, adjust things, really get into the nitty-gritty of what these options mean. The Last of Us Part 2 will have presets that can be enabled for categories like vision and hearing if you do not want to manually look through the 60 different options, but this is to give players a starting point to explore more. One thing Naughty Dog really wanted to keep is the tone of The Last of Us Part 2, violence and trauma. These two should be felt throughout the story whether you're using these options or not. For example, the high contrast mode, with the screen turning gray, enemies turning red, allies turning blue. They had to figure out how to keep the tone, when to switch enemies to a neutral color at the right time, and the more subtle differences. Naughty Dog wants to make playing the game as enjoyable as possible for all of the players, whether you're using these accessibility options or not. We think a lot in accessibility about making the game playable, but there's a lot to be said for comfort as well. This is put into example for players with low vision having to sit closer to the TV just to read the text. Their touchpad enabled magnification is designed to alleviate some of that strain. Ending the article off with, it feels like a failing on our part if a player reaches a part of the game that's inaccessible to them in any way. It's incumbent on us to be the ones that find the solutions. Accessibility just makes the game better. So that is just an insight on just some of the many accessibility options within The Last of Us Part 2. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, and feel free to like, comment, or subscribe for more news updates and walkthroughs. Have a great day, and see you next time.